Hello. So, Peter Kyle, for a lot of people, it was probably the first time that they heard of him yesterday, when he made his fairly stark allegations that if you oppose the new online bill that Labour are trying to impose, then you're on the side of predators. So for a lot of people, the online safety bill is effectively, in their opinion, in my opinion, a form of censorship by the government, and they're dressing it up as though we're keeping kids safe. They're doing nothing of the sort, in my opinion. It is just a way to censor adults, and it still goes nowhere near far enough to actually protect children. You know, if you ever met a child, you would know that. You would know what they can do, how they can access a VPN, how people can access them. So this is just another way to censor people, in my humble opinion. But because I say that, Peter Kyle says I'm on the side of predators. So I'm a mother of 2 children, and apparently I'm on the side of predators. I mean, I ask you, he went down a rabbit hole talking about Jimmy Savile, and I was like, just shut up. Just shut the up. You are digging yourself further and further in a hole that you're never going to be able to get out of, which at the minute I'm actually thinking carry on digging, get in your bloody hole and don't get out of it. Because not only is he pissed off a significant percentage of the population, and yes, you can hear the language is right, but I am livid about this. He's also not apologetic for it, and he thinks that we're predators because we oppose censorship, whereas actually what we want is a government who will protect our children from the rape gangs, who will actually have an inquiry and to find out why there were allegations against police and counsellors raping victims of the rape gangs themselves. Sometimes these allegations say that they happened in police custody. So, I think parents and the public have slightly more of a right to be angry and want to be involved about this, and to say that we are on the side of predators is as low as it goes. So Peter Kyle is back in the paper in the headline again today, and this time it's for money. So it comes as no surprise that there's been a backhander somewhere here and somewhere there. And the headline is, Peter Kyle receives £66,000 donation from tech firm, then hands them £5 million government contract. I'll attach the link so that you can read it yourself. But effectively, he got this money, and then he issued this £5 million contract to the very same company that donated to him. Now, we've had glasses, we've had clothes, we've had flats, we've had holidays, we've had flights, and we've had absolutely every single freebie known to man. It is not remotely surprising that we are now finding out that donations then led to backhanders. Of course it does. It's happened in every government ever was thus. But I think what makes this more and more odious is that Peter Kyle is standing on his pedestal, on his high horse, and it's a long way to fall from your high horse, mate, telling us that we are on the side of predators because we actually want better and safer for our children, and we want actual transparency and clarity with what's going on. We don't want to be censored, far from it. We actually want to be able to hear all of these allegations. We want to be able to hear what's going on in these underground grooming gangs, and we want to be able, as parents and citizens, to have the right to do something about it. Yet he's calling us on the side of predators, but he's standing on his moral high horse telling us that we're all basically beneath him, and how dare we possibly oppose them, whilst he's having 66 grand in donations and giving a £5 million tech whatever the word is, contract. Now, I mean, I ask you, what credibility, at what point does anyone hear all of that and go, oh yeah, Peter, you seem like a nice bloke. Yeah, I'll support your online safety bill. Just do one, Peter Kyle. I think back to the beginning of this where I said, go and dig your hole. Go and dig it and get in it, and don't bother any of us again, because I am seeing things online that are showing me that the British public have just about had enough of this ridiculous government. And Peter Kyle, I think you were potentially the nail in the coffin.